Farhad Alaaldin. He is the chairman of the Iraq Advisory Council. Thanks so much for speaking to us. We appreciate it. This is actually now the third person appointed to Prime Minister-designate. Can Mustafa al-Kadhimi succeed where these others have actually failed?
Yes, it seems to be that the Iraqi political parties have gathered around Mustafa al-Kadhimi today. From all the components of the Iraqi political system, namely the Shias who had nominated him, and the Kurds and the Sunnis came out even before his designation to show support that they will be accepting and voting for Kadhimi. So the likelihood of him forming the government would be pretty high.
Okay. Do you think it works, though, as far as the public is concerned? Does it work in his favor that he is the former intelligence chief?
That should have no bearing on the public perception. The public would be waiting for his cabinet and his program to see what he will offer and whether he will be meeting the demands that they have put up during the demonstrations and the expectations that they have. So I would say that right now they are reserving judgment on what will happen with their reaction to his program.
Right. And again, then, I mean, you know, those mass protests, they still haven't yielded what those demonstrators were demanding. The demonstrations really have only yielded now because of safety concerns over the coronavirus, in effect. But so even if al-Kadhimi stays in this post, do you think he will be able to form a government that will function according to the public's demand?
As I said, this would depend entirely on his choices for the ministries and the type of ministers he would put up for voting. The people's expectation is they want to see technocrat, independent, mostly technocrat independent ministers that are not associated firmly with the political parties or political party figures. That has been more or less the demand being put up in the past. But he has strong support from the political parties, and that should make it easier for him to form government. But we have to wait and see as really what the shape and look of his government would be, and then look at the reception of the public and the political parties also. Because, for example, the government that was announced by Muhammad Alawi, while they were from mostly independent, but they were more or less rejected by the public and the political parties as to the caliber of the people he chose. Some of them were pretty high in the age, and it was not deemed to be what people expected. So it will entirely depend on his choices.
Right. But, I mean, I'm going to rephrase this then. What does he have that Adnan al-Zurfi did not?
He has the support of all the political parties, especially Fatah. Fatah vehemently opposed the nomination of al-Zurfi. And they from the very first moment, they said that they will not accept, and they deemed it to be a process that they didn't take part in his nomination and selection. And obviously, they have a lot of allies within the Kurdish and Sunni factions. And at the same time, some of the political parties who supported Zurfi later on withdrew their support for Fatah. While we see Kadhimi, right now, he has been shown wide spectrum support. That's the main reason. And the other part is, while Zurfi enjoyed individual members of parliament approval, very high approval rating, and he had 50+ independent members as well as one of the biggest blocs also backing him, but the political party or the leaders of the other groups did not back him firmly and publicly. So this is another big difference between the two. So his nomination, more or less, is being supported by most of the political leaders, and that have now is regarded as a guarantee, although there is nothing guaranteed in Iraqi politics. But the political party leaders are the guarantors of his nomination.
Okay. Well, it's good to hear some sense of optimism there. Thank you so much, Farhad Alaaldin, for joining us. We appreciate it.